Hi, Lily.
Hi. Hey everyone.
Hi.
I'm Genesee. I'm the Trout in the Classroom coordinator here I'm at the Trailside Museum at Ward Pound Ridge Reservation, which is located in New York City's east of Hudson watershed. Right behind me, I've got our virtual trout tank, and I'm sure you guys are here to check on our babies who have hatched. We've got a camera on them, and there they are. You can see our alevins. We've got 2 nest baskets full of these little fish, and they are doing fabulous. So we have probably about 300 trout, and we need names for them. So make sure you comment in our blogs and tell us what you think we should name them. You can see they're just laying at the bottom of the nest basket. They don't have fins yet. So I just wanted to say, because my colleagues from DEP are actually on this call with us today, and they are reporting from the East River Tidal Strait. Today is a very special day. It's day in the life of the Hudson River, and all across the state there are scientists and sometimes students collecting data from the water and reporting that data as part of a citizen science project, so we can assess the health of the Hudson River and its tributaries. So of course we are on the other side of the water tunnel up in the watershed, and we've got our trout tank full of water that comes essentially from the stream right outside of this building, from the watershed streams here. And today what I want to do is just take 2 very quick water quality parameters. The first one is going to be our dissolved oxygen test. So I think I asked last time, why do trout need a lot of oxygen in their water, and why do they like cold water? We've got our thermostat set to 48 degrees here, so it's pretty cold. When I touch this tank, it's very cold. You can see a lot of condensation. But the cold water actually holds oxygen a lot better, and of course that's what trout need to breathe. So I'm going to do this really quick test for you. I've got these glass vials here. You simply take one. We have a sample of water from our tank. We're going to put the vial in there. We're going to break the glass on the tip of it. It will take some of that water up into the tube. You can see it starting to change color. We'll pull it out, invert it a bit, and this is going to tell us what the dissolved oxygen level is inside this tank. So we've got a scale that came with the kit, and we're just going to observe that this tank is full of oxygen. It's actually at the highest level. It's 12 ppm. So parts per million of oxygen, dissolved oxygen in there. So it's very high in oxygen. The next test that I want to do is a very, very quick pH test. So this is our pH paper, the pH strips. They're super easy to use. They're very cool tools to explore all the different levels of acidity and different fluids. So I have, again, the tank water that I collected, and I'm just going to dip this paper in here, take it out, wait just a few seconds, and then once again there's a color chart here, and I can use this paper to measure the pH. So what do you guys see here? What do you think the pH might be? It looks to me like it's a perfect 7, which makes it neutral pH. This water is neither acidic nor basic. So it's the right pH for the trout. So I'm just gonna switch you guys over to my colleague, Robin Sanchez from DEP.
Hi, everyone. I'm Robin. Thanks, Lily, for the introduction. Right now, we're at Gantry Plaza State Park in Long Island City, Queens. You can see the East River, the tidal strait behind us here, and you can kind of see the skyline behind us as well. It's a pretty foggy morning. We're on the Queens side, so we're facing Manhattan. Behind us is Brooklyn, and we're participating today in the annual Day in the Life of the Hudson River and Harbor event, hosted in collaboration with the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation and Columbia University. And so we're going to be testing for the same parameters that Lily just mentioned. We'll also be testing for salinity. That's an important parameter for us here, being in an estuary area, seeing that the water is brackish or a mix of fresh and salt. And we'll be able to compare that to samples from all along the Hudson and the harbor and further north up in the watershed as well. So we are here testing this morning, collecting data that students and teachers can access and use, and we'll be filming some videos and taking some photos as well to share that with all the students who usually would participate with us together today, but during these crazy times we'll be participating in many other ways and remotely. So we're excited to be here, and thanks for having me, Lily. Hope to participate again in your Think Tank Thursdays. All right. Bye-bye. Thanks, everyone.
Bye, Robin. Thank you. That was so great. So we're excited to hear about what kind of data you collect down at the East River Tidal Strait. And I'll make sure to share all of that data, including the information that we got from our trout tank today. For those of you that are following the virtual trout tank and want to learn more about the chemistry, we'll include that, as well as the information from the East River down in New York City. So I want to leave you guys with the image of the video of the trout. This is a live camera that I have on the trout right now, and you can take a look at them some more. They are just so fun to watch with their big yolk sacs that they're digesting. So I had to remove just a couple of eggs that hadn't hatched that were starting to grow the fungus on them. So we got those out so that the rest of our trout can be healthy in there. And we will continue to monitor them, check their water quality, make sure all of our equipment is functioning properly. And hopefully we'll be able to have this live camera up on our website for you guys to check in on them too anytime you want. So that's coming up.